to put my Have you ever asked a question before or heard someone say, hold on, wait for that truck. Oh man, everyone just got off work. No! Preaching alley. Oh, I have to keep this fun. Have you ever asked a question before, why did bad things happen to good people? It's a legit question. That's what these two girls in the Bible actually asked too. They had this brother named Lazarus who just passed away, and he was really good friends with Jesus. And right after he died, they were bawling and crying, and Jesus shows up on the scene, and he's asking like, what happened, what happened? And they throw this blame game into him, saying like, where were you? If only you were here, he wouldn't have died. You could have helped him. You could have healed him. And I feel like sometimes we ourselves, you know, we can do that with God. We say like, where were you in the midst of my pain? Like, if you would have stepped in, then I wouldn't have had to go through that. But in this moment, this was an opportunity for us to really see the heart of Jesus. You see, Jesus, he wasn't a robot, the Son of God that came down from heaven to earth. He walked this place just like you and I. He had real emotions, real feelings, real compassion for other people. And you know, it's sad. Jesus starts like tearing up, going all watery. And it shows a lot. That simple verse, probably legit one of the shortest verses in the Bible. Jesus wept. And as he's crying, it really shows us a picture of how Jesus wasn't a robot, how he really did care for his friend even though he's going through pain, even though these two sisters are like going through the hardest time of their life. In the same way too, I think that the cry that Jesus had in that moment is a cry that Jesus still has today for every single human on this earth, for every person, as he genuinely, from the bottom of his heart, cares and loves every person right where they're at, in the midst of their pain. You know, sometimes we say these prayers to God, we look up and we're like, God, you don't understand. You don't know my pain. And we think he's like this far off God that doesn't really listen or care. But the actual reality is, he does know, he does understand. He felt our pain, he walked this earth, he died on the cross. He felt even the pain as people looked up to the cross making fun of him. He felt the pain as they beat him up. You know, it's actually heartbreaking. It touches my heart thinking a bit of the cross, because I myself get emotional thinking that someone else cared about me that much. He was willing to say like, hey, I want to go on a cross for every mistake you've done, for every sickness that you felt, every little bit of worry or pain. I'll actually get rid of that for you through a cross, the symbolic act of connecting us to the Father. It's beautiful. Think about it for a sec. Jesus wept. It's pretty cool.